I'm George Flynn, and you're watching In-Depth TV, where today we're going to talk about two types of people getting what they want. And you know, and I know, we're all out there trying to get the things that we want and need. You know, food, shelter, clothing, and companionship, and a good job. It's just, there are things out there that you need and things that you want. And first of all, you've got to figure out what you want and what you need. You get the things you need, and with the things that you want, there's a theory out there that it's called, you know, there's a movement called The Secret. And The Secret said you just sit back and you think about these things, and you think about it, and all of a sudden it'll manifest itself. And if you want a sports car in your driveway, you just think about it, and all of a sudden it'll be there. Well, I don't know about that one. Maybe you've made it work, maybe not. But what I'd like to talk to you about is the two types of people that go after what it is they want. They're the people that chase after it. They make a goal, and they have a goal, and they work toward it, and they chase it, and they go every day. They run after it. They're desperate to get it. And sometimes that works. Sometimes it, you know, if you're in sales, and you've got to make this sale, you go up to the prospect and you say, we've got to have this product or this service. You've got to have it. And they're desperate. And they may, you know, actually convince the prospect that they need this sale. They may convince them. But it will be probably a one-time sale, because the prospect is chased so much that once they're caught, they say, okay, they give in. The salespeople just hammer on them and keep on and wear them down. They'll finally say, you wore me down. Okay, I'll do it. And the same goes with, you know, relationships. You know, people, men or women, or they ask that potential partner out. They say, let's do this, let's do that. And they keep on and on and on. And finally the person says, okay, let's do it. And they say, all right. So they've worn them down. And we see movies like this all the time. We see it where the guy's desperate or the girl's desperate or whoever, they're just out there, and they continue to pound and pound and pound on until the other person just gives in and says, okay, we'll go to dinner. Usually those things don't work out well. In the movies, sometimes they do. And in real life, as we say, sometimes they do work out. And it's just like, let's say, church. A minister may say, you've got to join the church. You've got to do it. You must do it. You must, and keeps on and on and on. And they chase after what they're looking for. They go after it with everything they have. They just cannot be held back. They're like, you know, a pet on a leash. It's going after something, going after something. And you've seen people like this. What do you think? You know, some of the people in door-to-door sales are exactly like this. Some are not. But what's the difference? That's what I'm getting at. What's the difference in your church? What's the difference in your life? What's the difference in your family, in your social group, in your job? You see people in all of these, and you can name the people. I've just described someone, and you can name those people right now. You say, oh, I know who you're talking about. And you might say, oh, I know who you're talking about. And if you are out there and you say, I'm not quite sure, or I don't know who you're talking about, then maybe, just maybe, it's you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that type person, maybe it's you. And maybe you say, well, that's a good characteristic, that's a good trait. You have a goal and you just keep on and never give up and never, that may be you. And it may work for you. But I'm going to suggest a different method. And you don't have to change. You can be you. There's nothing about you that has to change except your attitude. And your attitude is, you are who you are. You are where you are what you are. You are who you are. And there's about 20 to 30%, maybe 40% of people that would be attracted to you exactly who you are now, without having to chase them, without having to chase them down. They will, you are who you are, and you just tell them who you are. Not sell them, just tell them. Did you get that? Don't sell them on it, just tell them. Now they will either be attracted to you or they won't. Now you're not going to get 100%. Just get that out of your head. You're not going to get 100%. Nobody, well, I can't think of anybody that gets 100%. And you say, well, how many sales calls do you make? Or how many, people do you ask out? Or how many times do you, whatever it is, you're attempting to do something, how many times do you do it? And what would be a good, what we call conversion ratio? In other words, if you're out selling, I don't know, pencils, what percent of people will buy a pencil? Most people in sales say 5, 10%. 20% is fantastic. 30% is over the moon. When you send out, you see all of these mass mailings that go out, these big cards and these offers, special offers. In direct mail, it's funny, direct mail, a good return on the number of cards that go out is 0.1%, a tenth of a percent. A tenth. So that is a good, if they get 1 to 2 to 3%, they're going crazy. They're saying great. Now, if you can get 20 to 30% of people that you're trying to talk to or be friends with or go out with or get along with in your family, if you can get that much, that big a percent to be what we call raving fans. Now, raving fans, that's great. The others will either be neutral or maybe slightly negative. And that's okay. But you want to associate with those people that want to associate with you. You don't want to be always inviting yourself in, always on the outside and by some hook or crook getting in to the party or getting into the boardroom or getting into the sales. So you want to be the kind that they invite in. They expect you to come in. They want you around. They want to talk to you. They want to be around you. That's the type you want to be. Now, who is that? Well, that's you. Be who you are. You're good enough already. You don't have to change. You just have to stop selling and start telling. Tell people what you stand for, what your values are. Do you like to go out and party all the time? Or do you like to do your homework, get to bed early, have an early morning and get a lot done? Are you thrifty? Or do you spend money as fast as you make it? Tell them who you are. I didn't say anything of those were bad or good. Tell them who you are. Now, about 20%, roughly, maybe 30, the tops, maybe 40% of the people that you meet will say, I'm not like that. But they're honest, and I like that about them. They're open, and I like that about it. I want to be around them more. They make me laugh. Not laugh at them, I laugh with them. That's the key, is the word that if you chase and they laugh, they're probably laughing at you. If you're who you are, they're laughing with you. They're true friends. And all you've got to do is be yourself and tell them who you are, what you stand for. And you will attract, that's the whole key, you will attract the correct people in your life that support what you're trying to do. You won't have those people in your life that are looking for a way to get away from you, and whatever you try to do, they'll say, oh no, don't do that, it won't work. They won't bring negative things. The people that you attract, if you try to do something and ask for their help, they're all into it. They want to help you. You know why? Because they are attracted to you as a person. And I'm not talking about male-female differences. I'm not talking about any differences. I'm talking about attractive people. It's got nothing to do with looks. It's got only to do with personality and attitude. And if you look good, they won't hold it against you. Personality, energetic personality, or quiet personality. Some people are attracted to the quiet personality, some to the energetic personality. And you just need to figure out, first of all, who you are. And stop trying to be someone that you're not, just so everybody else will accept you. Try to be just yourself and cut out all of the others. Be yourself. And once you're yourself, you'll find that group that really enjoys being with you. That group that you enjoy being around. And, life will be a lot happier. So to sort of summarize, we can either chase after our goals or chase after a group of people or chase after something in life, or we can be ourselves, sit back, and let it come to us for being who we are. And that goes for anyone. You may only want to have one or two friends, and that's fine. You may want to have thousands of friends, and that's fine. But it's who you are. And when you know who you are, you will project it. And the people around you will respond to it. And that's the key to it. They respond to you.